Same apple.
Same apple. Okay. Yes.
Same,
Whew, that's it. Okay.
same apple.
Yes. Okay. Because I had that. So I had a self-inquiry, I don't know, called it a session or whatever.
I've
It was a
never.
drive. And I just thought of it like that. Like afterwards, I reflected on like before I went into it, I said, try and find out what is out there, even though it's like that's dualistic, but what is it? And then I reflected on it. And the only thing that would just sit right in my gut is that it's the same, that thing we tap into, it is that. Well, not tap into, the thing we are comes from the same source. But because of a local field of consciousness, separation. Yeah?
Seeming
Yeah.
local
Kind
field
of,
of consciousness. Yeah.
yeah. So kind of like
Yeah.
if this piece of paper was awareness, and I know I draw on it, like piece of paper, universal awareness, that represents consciousness, can't really see it. We take ourselves to be the drawing. But if you take away the drawing, the awareness still remains, the paper's still there. Is that sorry,
Another way
I
of
could be just
putting it,
talking at my
Kirk.
ass.
Another way of.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. It's okay.
We are the
Another way of
paper.
putting it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how many light bulbs there are on the planet. Okay, but I don't know. Do you want to hazard a guess at how many light bulbs there are on the planet? And different shapes and colors and wattages and so on. Have a guess.
Be a few.
It's be a few, right?
Yeah.
There's probably more.
Well
There's probably more
more than people.
Probably more light bulbs, more than people, right? And there's 8 billion people on the planet, right? So, all right. So let's just, for argument's sake, say that there's one light bulb per person. It's probably triple that, but anyway. So, just imagine, okay, all these light bulbs, and they all believe they have independent free will.
Yep.
They're responsible for their own wattage. They're responsible for their own shape. They're responsible for their own color.
Yep.
And they even look down. A 100-watt light bulb might look down upon a 50-watt light bulb and just say to the 50-watt light bulb, you're a 50-watt light bulb because you just don't try hard enough. You just don't try hard enough.
Yep.
Now, so we've got all these individual light bulbs on the planet that believe they're responsible for their brightness, their shape, their color, their form, right? The warmth that they give off, and blah, blah, blah. What happens when we turn the electricity off? What happens to the individuals?
They die out.
What happens to the colors, the shapes, all that?
Gone.
The story goes.
There's just
good.
The
story stops. Okay.
The electricity.
So if you can understand, if you can understand, the electricity is the one source animating all of those light bulbs, giving them the capacity to even say, I'm an individual.
Yes. That's what something in my head, it's probably my ego telling me, no, that's it. And I've been kind of doubting it because that's dualistic. Like a piece of paper. So
it's one green apple, if I use your analogy.
Like we're all tasting the same green apple. And is that where the interconnectedness, with some, I have read that some people feel into, one or whatever. Is it stemmed from that because it's from the same source?
Well, but there is only one. There's no like there's no stemming from, or one person's got the one better than another person's. There are no persons.
It's just
it's all one, manifesting, if you like, as seemingly many. Just like the electricity. The electricity is one. It's one electricity, right? Animating all these apparent individuals. But it's still one source. The source is electricity. The source is consciousness. You could call it awareness. Some people call it God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people just
Like
call
AUM in like Hindu. Like, is that what they're referencing
yeah,
there?
yeah. You
Yep.
could, yeah.
Okay.
Some people call it one. Some people
One.
call it unicity. Some people call it
Yeah.
a singularity. It's got so many different names. But in the
Yeah.
final analysis,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you are experiencing right now.
And all death is just one light bulb going out. The electricity remains,
Correct.
but the light bulb's gone.
Good.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you are the electricity.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Then we all forget that the electricity.
Yeah.
So this is in a kind of way, in another weird way. If you got rid of all those light bulbs, the electricity is still there. It's just got no way of expressing itself, showing itself.
Correct.
Good.
Good. It would just. It's a very good point. It would simply remain as one.
Yeah.
Good.
Like a thing of uncertainty.
Listen, what could it experience if it remained as one? Ponder this for a second. Don't be in a hurry to answer that.
With no source, like with no light bulb, just that electricity.
Just one. No light bulbs.
Yep.
Just one. What could it experience? Because this one, you understand, this one is not made of parts.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you couldn't call it one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why the Hindus refer to this as, Advaita referred to this as one without a second.
Yes.
Which just simply means one without the possibility of there even being two or three or four or five or six or seven or a trillion or what. Just simply, I want you to come back to this. If one remained one, what could it experience? Understand, one is all. And there's no parts. There's no divisions in it.
Yeah. It experiences
you could imagine a bit like a blank piece of white paper. No dots on it, no parts on it, no other colors on it, just white, blank. What could it experience?
It's experience. See, first thing that my mind said, well, there we go again. My mind says, well, if there's no way to experience, it's just asleep. It's experiencing all, but
and there's no all for it to experience if it's just one.
Yeah.
Ponder this.
Yeah.
Could anything be experienced if one just remained one?
No.
Good.
No.
So what? Good. So what does one do to seemingly have an experience?
Just
creates duality.
Mm-hmm.
He creates this concept, this idea of duality, and then one then has this seeming experience of a kirk, which the one creates. You understand thoughts?
Yeah.
You understand thoughts just happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no personal thinker there, right?
Yeah.
Well, doesn't it beg the question, where the fuck do these thoughts come from?
Yeah.
Because
like also not just thoughts, but also sensing, just
sure. But just the thoughts. It's the thoughts that's the dualistic component.
Yeah.
Only. In the absence of thoughts, if all thoughts just completely collapsed, duality ceases.
Yep.
Now we're back to non-dual.
Just
the
one.
Yeah. So the only thing that creates this illusion or this idea of more than one is thoughts, because thoughts are dualistic by nature. That's the sixth sense. It's the sixth sense that creates the seeming me and the seeming you and the seeming here and the seeming there and the duality. If that all collapsed, would there be a me or a you?
No, it just...
You couldn't say anything. It'd be non-dual.
Like a mountain, like a mountain. A mountain doesn't see a tree and say, a mountain doesn't say anything. Still exists, though.
More to the point, the seeing doesn't say anything.
Yeah, because the seeing can't see. Yeah.
The seeing, there is seeing.
Yeah, also, the seeing can't say. Yeah, there's just seeing. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Now notice all the other senses. Seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. Are any of those saying anything about anything?
No, it's just
direct, non-dual.
It's just me. It's just,
It's just direct. It's non-dual.
Yeah.
The seeing says nothing. The seeing happens, and then the sixth sense steps in and says, I see. But the seeing is not dependent on an I claiming to be the seer, is it? The seeing. Just seeing now, right?
Yeah.
It's not
It just
dependent
goes
on
in one and then come out the other, and that's that. That's all. Like it.
it's non-dual. So you've got seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling, which are all a non-dual experience. And then you've got the sixth sense, the mind, which is the dualistic instrument, which gives the one the capacity to create seeming many. When you come back to the direct experience of one, that's where you are. This is where and what you actually are, the one. And it's from there that's when you start to understand how this is all thrown together.
Yeah.
Because Kirk, I shouldn't be calling you Kirk, right? But you threw it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not speaking to Kirk when I say that, because Kirk is a phantom. But there's hearing happening right now, and there's an intelligence there. There's an understanding there right now.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to that.
Yeah.
Not the personal character. So it's for the one to have this seeming experience of many, the one must forget who and what it is.
So
what's this process?
That would be an easy way.
This process that we're going through now is a remembering. It's a remembering. But to come back to this that you actually are, we've got to unravel what you're not. Not this, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. Until you're left with just here. Done.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna watch that back. Yeah, that remembering one. I'm really gonna sit on that. Yeah. I've never even thought of that actually. Yeah, I get like stuck at there's awareness, and then there's local fields of consciousness, and then the consciousness can't exist without the awareness can't be itself without consciousness, but then it just brick wall. That's that. I've never thought past there.
Yeah. So there is a past. Like you can move further. Like you said, how do we go deeper? This is how we go deeper. It's see, each of those light bulbs that believe they're independent, have free will, and they're an individual, have no clue that animates them is electricity. They don't know.
Yeah.
They literally don't know. All those light bulbs don't know. No clue. They literally believe that they're responsible for their own brightness, shape, form, lightness, or darkness. There are two watt light bulb, 1,000-watt light bulb.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
that oneness never, ever, ever forgets fully. There is always some point somewhere of it actually knowing who and what it is. That's why there are teachers.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always
I'm
been.
gonna watch. I want to listen to this back over and over again. Yeah.
There's always been teachers, Kirk. There's always been points, if you want to call it a person, if you want to call it a body, if you want to call it whatever, right? There's always been points of that electricity, if you want to call it that, of being fully awake. Fully awake. Yeah. Always. But by far the majority of that oneness's expressions, yeah, it forgets who it is. Why? So as it can have an experience. So it can have a Kirk experience or a Terry experience or 8 billion other people on the planet. That electricity, if you want to call it that, yeah, is experiencing all of those experiences, which the electricity is responsible for. Electricity, it's an analogy that oneness is responsible for all the thoughts that just appear in your consciousness that you're aware of, that just happen.
Yeah.
That's happening multiplied by 8 billion people on the planet right here, right now. That's assuming that they're all awake and not half the planet's not asleep, right? But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All those thoughts that are rising in all of these 8 billion people right now, in this very, very moment, right now, all of those thoughts come from source.
Okay. Yeah. And so when two people come together and they can what's like wake up, I guess is the term for it. Is it just that the two pockets of supposed separation dropping, and it's like awareness looking at itself, going, there you are, having fun, kind of thing? Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Another way of putting it is, right now, this whole time that you and I have been sitting here, I've been speaking to myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And right now, the whole time that you and I have been sitting here, you've been listening to yourself.
Yeah.
This that's coming out of here, that ordinarily we would think, oh, that's Terry speaking. Yeah? It's you.
Yeah.
It is all one. One.
Yeah.
Now, to get there,
lifetime of practice.
To know that, no, not at all. Not at all.
No.
This is very simple. No. Drop that thought. That's not true.
Yep.
Simply not true. Yeah. All you got to do is have the capacity to come home.
Okay.
Just sit
here.
Yeah. Just be still and know that I am.
Would another word be just remember instead of come home? Like just.
You could.
But come home's a better term.
You could.
Yeah.
You could. See, part of the remembering comes along with coming to understand what you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't remember if you're coming from what you're not.
Yeah.
Not possible. You just can't remember.
Yeah.
Can't. So you've first got to come to an absolute clear understanding of what you're not. That must happen first. What you're not. Yeah? What you're not. And if you can start to understand that this whole show, the whole show is thrown together with the sixth sense. Duality.
Yeah.
Coupled with seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, consciousness and awareness. Yes.
And we've just abused it.
But if we remove that sixth sense, duality stops. Duality ceases. Dual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's actually, oh wow, a lot of time's passed. Actually, before we go, I just want to,
All right. Yeah.
There's one thing I noticed. Someone at work, I showed him a kind of a short little way to experience visually, at least, zero distance, and he got it within seconds. I showed him a piece of paper and I said, how is this, like the image on the paper, different to out there? And you could see that it clicked. And the way we were interacting in that moment, it was very childlike. I don't know. It was like I can't describe it, eh? It's like it's like seeing someone you haven't seen for years.
Yeah.
But you've never seen them before. I can't.
Yeah. That's that. What you're actually describing is just two people seeing the truth.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
But the real truth, not a conceptual truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. The real truth right here, right now, is you're conscious. The not real truth in regards to that consciousness is it's conscious.
Yeah.
The real truth is there's just consciousness. Consciousness.
Yeah.
Try it. That's good. What I would encourage you to do, just given this whole conversation and what you're expressing here, what I would encourage you to do is to go to the five senses. I want you to explore with the five senses, not the sixth. So I want you to explore, with, now, hear me, without the sixth. So I want you to explore, right, with seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling in the absence of thinking.
No label, just do it.
Good.
Good.
Zero label.
Okay.
I want to explore that. Just explore that. Yeah. And from time to time, whilst you're exploring it, you'll hear the sixth sense try and pipe in. Yeah.
Yep.
You go, no, that's not this exercise. It's just the five senses. Just come back to the five, because the five are non-dual.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Talk about a great pointer. Talk about something profound to notice.
You're right. Actually,
yeah. Leave
like
the
what,
six.
Like the eyes aren't telling me that that's a laptop. It's
correct.
Yeah, the
it's
eyes just.
Don't say anything. They don't say anything.
Yeah.
See, the eyes don't distinguish between red and green.
It's this, that.
Yeah. Good.
Like for survival's sake,
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's
we
fine.
need to. Yeah.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
That's not the enemy.
It's not the truth.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Just stay with those. I would just encourage you to stay with those five. Yeah. Do that.
So
for
even
a while.
even with touching, so like when I touch this like pencil, my hand isn't. It's not my hand describing the touch. It's here, right?
Right. The hand's not saying diddly squat. The sense it's not saying anything. Nothing.
It's just touching. Yeah.
It's non-dual.
Like a baby. A baby doesn't think I'm holding a bottle. It's just holding a bottle.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just stay with those. Stay with those five senses. Just sit with those.
And then from there, this is probably a bit more complicated.
Okay.
Back to zero distance. If I'm looking at something over there, you just see something for what it is, like a coffee cup, you see it over there. Can you bring the attention to the distance and then look at that without thinking? That's the hard thing for me.
Okay. Mind is creating the seeming distance.
Yeah.
There is no actual distance.
For there to be distance, that's just in the future. That's just another moment in time.
Dualistic.
Yeah. There's just now.
Yeah.
All those moments in time of me going to grab the coffee are just, it's not even moments in time. That's just not now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, if it's always just now, I'll finish with this because I've got to go.
Yeah.
If it's always just now, where is something going to move from and to?
No, it's unmoving.
Correct. Now stay with that. Stay with that.
No, I got it.
Stay with the reality of that. Distance collapses. Yeah. Good.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Watch this. Right. Watch this one back. Watch it back. There's a lot of good things in here that have really resonated with you. A lot of things that we've spoken about. Yeah. Good shit. If it's always now, where is something going to move from and to? What does that say about distance? And what does that say about seeming movement?
It's just no movement. Yeah.
Good.
And if there is, and that perceived movement isn't now, it's just the mind
creates the idea of movement.
It's just a constant, kind of like a movie reel where you just, there's individual frames. There's no moving in those frames. There's just the object in the individual frame.
There's the hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And we go, oh, so it's moved. It's now here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to where? Compared to where? Watch this, yeah? It's now here. Compared to where? See what the mind fills in?
It's always, yeah.
It's always here.
It's saying it was there, but it's always here.
There's not even a was, but that's what the mind does. It creates the illusion of movement by saying, well, it was, watch me, yeah? Watch me.
Yeah.
It was there. And I would say, was where? What are you talking about? Was where?
Yeah.
See what the mind...
It was there in the past. Okay, well then take me to the past and show me where it was. Yeah.
Yeah, there is no...
So then that's same thing with time then.
Good. No such thing.
It's all now.
Good. No such thing. Good. That's it. Good.
I'm going to sit on that.
Good. Like that. Just stay with these. Good. Stay with these. And let me know how you're getting on. Yeah?
Yeah.
Stay in touch. Just let me know how you're getting on.
I'll book another one for sure. Yeah. I'll let you know how we go. I appreciate that, mate. That's real good. Yeah.
It's all right.
It's good to finally talk to someone about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And honestly, really, what I'd be encouraging you to do is, at the moment anyway, don't talk to people about it that aren't naturally inclined to this.
Yeah.
You can fuck them. You can actually fuck them up a bit.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So kind of like derail them a little bit.
Yeah, confuse them, or just this is purely for people that are just strongly drawn to it. Yeah, you can screw around with people's heads otherwise. You really can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that everyone talks about how you need drugs to do this, and it's like, no, you don't. It's just
leave that go. There'll come a time where you'll be able to talk about this, but in the meantime, this is just for you. Please, it's important. Yeah. It's just for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be out there trying to wake others up just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good actually hearing someone else tell me that. Yeah, because it's like, you just want to get the words out and just vent.
I know. I know.
But then you
I
look
know.
like a nut.
I know.
When you
Well, it's
do.
not.
Yeah.
It's not so much that, but let's just make sure that it's fully dawned first.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha.
Fully. Yeah. Then
Yeah.
away you go. Yeah. All right, brother. I've got to go.
Yeah. So thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Kurt. It's been wonderful speaking to an Aussie for a change.
That's funny. Yeah.
All right, brother.
Beauty.
Love
All
you.
right. You have a good one.
Take
All
care.
right.
Bye.
Have a good one.